Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Actually, that should be better, maybe. Yes, sirree. We're good to go. All right. Hey, everyone. Hope you guys are all having a very good day here. It is Friday. Bitcoin broke out. A bunch of good stuff happening here today. Loki says hello. Come here, Loki. Him playing with his stuffed little toy here, or trying to kill it, I should say. But Loki gets a treat because Bitcoin broke above 60,000, and it's still above $60,000 right now. So, Loki, up. Oh, Jesus, he's ready to go. Oop. Nope. Wait. Wait. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. There we go. And hey, Striker GOP, happy to see both of you guys in here. Sorry for the late stream tonight. My grandparents, they were trying to get a rental car to come back down here to from where my sister's at college, and they couldn't get one, so they took the train back, but they didn't have a ride from the train station over to their house. So I started the stream a little bit later because I had to go pick them up from the train station and then drop them back up to their house so they can go pick up their dog and whatnot. So that's why we're looking at a little bit of a later night stream and not something more around 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, right? There was one thing I was going to also do, but I don't know if I can do it right now, so I'll just save it for tomorrow's stream. I'm going, it's starting to get darker out. I have these curtains and stuff over there that you guys can see. I put my other light over there, and pretty soon I'm going to start having more different colored lights in the background. That's kind of the goal. That's why I've been moving stuff around here so much, but I forgot I got a new phone, so I don't have the app downloaded onto that light to make it change all to these funky colors. And I don't know what happened to the multiple lights I had behind me where where I used to be able to have like a red light and a blue light and stuff like that. It's coming, guys, it's coming. But yeah, I don't remember where I put all this stuff, and it sucks because I spent a lot of money on it, so I gotta find it. I think it's just in my garage or something. And hey, Jay, happy to see you. Monthly candle flipped green, bullish. Barely, but yes, and I've been looking at that, and I'm hoping we can do something good for that. It's been a kind of an ugly month overall, but hey, we're back to where we were at from August 29th, right? So we basically gotten back the gains that we've lost over the last 2 weeks, right? So not too bad. And hey, Lionheart, what's up with the pump safe gains, you think? So I'll break down the technicals in a few minutes here, but I do want to stress that those weekly charts are still bearish. Right now, we can be more optimistic about trying to get something more of a swing trade going, trying to have these longer plays. If you guys are watching us a couple days ago, we were talking about how once the MACD flipped green, we would have all the momentum oscillators kind of pointing towards a buy. So, what I did was I bought some Bitcoin last night. Do I have my Telegram open? I do not. For those of you guys that don't know, I have a couple Telegram channels. They're down below, but you see Telegram. Oh no, it's web Telegram, isn't it, online? Yeah, and let me show you something here. Is that the one? Yeah, Michael's charts, there you go. So basically over the last few days, I normally give little tidbits of notes of what I'm thinking about, basically. The last few weeks, it's basically been like Mark Zuckerberg talking about stuff. Bitcoin might be heading to the low 50s, so be careful. And we talked about this type of move where we come back down, we bounce, then we try to have a breakout. And then, we'll see. This is all kind of guessing, of course, but heading back down to support, short this move, etc., right? Then afterwards, we started to come back down a little bit more, bouncing back up, right? We finally made that move. Then we started to come back up a little bit here. And then basically, this is from last night. So yesterday's the 12th, yeah. Basically, I said that, man, Bitcoin is trying to pop, but the resistance is growing. If we can get above this 20-day MA soon, we will get pushed right back. If we don't get above this 20-day MA, we'll get pushed right back down to the 50K range. With the bullish MACD coming in I think I will go long again and have a target price of around $60,000. Medium risk trade, but I really don't want to miss out on a potential pop. And then it goes down here at 7 o'clock. I was at the cigar lounge saying, hey, trade's working out okay. Funny enough, after this all went negative for a while until I woke up this morning, like around 10, 11 o'clock. And then I posted something. Oh, this is around 9 a.m. Maybe I was up earlier than I thought. Never mind. Sorry, just been a long day. I said boom, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I'm still in day trading mode, so I'll be closing my trades here at the 50-day MA. So basically around 59,749 is when I close my trade. And then those are the profits from the trade. I know I can't really zoom in too much on Telegram here, but now the more I zoom in, the smaller it gets. Yeah, that doesn't work out. But yeah, those are the trades right there. 87% profit with a 30x long on Bitcoin, and only 43% profit off of a 20x long on Near. Kind of surprising to me, but basically Near only went up 2% here, you know, and that equal being 40%. So it was a good profit here, but it didn't move as much as I thought it was going to. So that was actually kind of a disappointment for me, but I was still able to make a profit off of these trades, and that's kind of the goal here. And then I said, going back to this chart, I'll be watching closely to see if I want to open up another trade for a potential 50-day MA breakout. I said man on accident by MA breakout. I'll cover it during tonight's stream. That's it. Well, we ended up already breaking above it, and I ended up going fishing instead of buying another long. So I have no open day trades right now. I missed out on the next move, which is fine because I think if I go over to... let me go over here very fast. There you go. Here's JumpX. The way I did this last trade for us, because I was hoping for around 60,000. I didn't sell at 60,000 again. It went all the way up here to 60,500. I sold way too early as normal, but you know what? I was pretty happy. I sold at 1452 is when I bought. 916 is when I sold. 916 in the morning. Let's go to a 5-minute chart. Let's see, 916 in the morning. 913. So I sold basically right here is when I sold, and you saw that Bitcoin still kept on going up. But like, I'm pretty happy with that move. Also, when I bought this was what 1452. So if I go over here to the hourly chart, 1452 over here, we pull out the measuring stick basically. 1452, basically 15 to there. That's about, what is it? 9, yeah. That's about 18 hours. That's pretty close to that 20 to 30 hours that I normally talk about as far as day trading. I figured I don't know what's going to happen next. We did have that 50-day moving average, and I was like, why do I want to play with fire? That's a good amount of money. Might as well close this position up a little bit and then see if I want to do another breakout. What ended up happening here, though, was, let me go over here to this chart. Let's move this over here for now. We'll be fine. I can remake that stuff later on. And I want to make this be a daily. Go over here to the hourly chart. It took another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours before it went up, and by then I was already fishing. So you know what? I'm fine with it. I'm fine with this move right now. Good trade. I love it. Happy. Can it be, good profits to profits. But yeah, like normal, I did sell a little bit too early. Am I mad about that? No, not at all. I'm happy I was just able to call that pop off here, especially with the way the momentum was working. Remember when we were talking about this on Wednesday, we had been talking about how, oh, you guys can't see me, sweet. Okay, I can actually extend this out a little bit more. We were talking about what happened the last few times we had the MACD turn green with everything else flipping green as well. Right here, Bitcoin went up. Over here, Bitcoin went up. Over here, Bitcoin went up. Over here, Bitcoin went down, right? So that didn't work out perfectly. And we really didn't have one from way back over here, which of course Bitcoin did well. So more times than not over the past couple quarters, we've seen that when everything as far as momentum is aligning in the right direction for us, it's okay to go in that direction. Vice versa here, when we had short, red, 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 boom, right here when the MACD flipped, look at that momentum take you down pretty far. And that's why we shorted this move last time. So the only issue with, I think, some of these is when you have the momentum like that, you can hold for longer than a day or two. it's much more risky in my opinion. But again, I would just say it's a high risk trade, not a low risk trade. You can always say, hey, everything's pretty bearish right here. So if I see a 4-hour chart or an hourly chart that says something bearish, I'd feel more happy to short during that time frame. That's all I think about there. But as far as what's going on with Bitcoin here, we already had this breakout. We don't need to talk about it anymore. So we're going to take that off of the table or off the chart, if it will let me. Hold on, let me get out of this thing. What's stopping this from actually looking? There we go. Okay. So next up, like we talked about, we have a resistance level kind of around $61,000. Are we going to hit this level of resistance? I think we can try to do this over the weekend. I don't think it's going to be easy. You can see right now the 4-hour charts are cooling off just a little bit here. Nothing crazy. Again, just like we talked about hitting some of these support levels, we tapped on that before making that larger move. The 1-hour chart right now cooling off a little bit here. I don't really like what I'm seeing. You see how the 1 hour is starting to cool off here and kind of show it a little bit more downside. I think you're probably going to see some short activity here. What I do think is good is the daily chart's bearish. Even the weekly chart's bearish right here. The daily chart is bullish, excuse me. So there's an opportunity to wait for this to come back down a little bit more and for people to try to eke out a smaller amount of profit. You know, if I'm buying this, any potential dip that comes around here, I'm only hoping for 61.5, 61,000. I don't really feel the need to go all gung-ho and hope for buying here, it coming back up, then breaking out and going up to, like, you know, crazy levels. I don't really want to trade that way right now. I think for me, I'd rather just wait to see what happens, maybe open up a short. Let me see what Market Cipher is doing right now. So we got, the 5-minute chart, we got some bearish money flow coming in. That's fine. Why isn't that doing that? There we go. A little bit of a bearish signal back over here. That's fine. 15-minute chart, money flow still good. Yeah, like it's almost like a scalping type of play, right? And then you're just waiting for some type of breakout right there. If you want to go long, that's the type of move you have to wait for. By then, I think you should have some bullish momentum flowing in. Come back down to supports. Let me go back over here very fast. Maybe a 15-minute chart here. Move this back over. And again, just kind of watching this. But since the hourly chart's kind of flushing a little bit, that's why I see some more concern. If you wanted to open a short right now, I'd probably bet it might come back up a little bit more before trying to dump. We got 15 being bearish, 30 being bearish, hourly being bearish. Hourly has hope here if it doesn't flush right now. But I think there's room for a scalp here. I don't like buying at these support or shorting at these support levels, but let me see if I can short using this or if I should use Jump X here. But this is a week, so over the last few weeks, you guys know that they're a sponsor. A lot of you guys have signed, so I appreciate it. Apparently, from what my person told me, my contact, you guys have been trading all the meme coins and stuff, and that's kind of how I've been hyping it up. So yeah, it's been fun. I'm gonna actually have to find some more tokens to trade with you guys here. So like, let's say we did an open trade. Let's say we wanted. Oh geez, can you imagine doing the 200? I don't even think I'm allowed to do the 200 here because I'm an affiliate. I don't think they want me doing crazy stuff on here. Let me see. Amount of Bitcoin I want to do USD. So let's say I did a $200 trade, right? And then I shorted it here. Let's see. Oh, it actually allowed it. So I think the fees are going to eat me up here a little bit, but we haven't done a really high leverage trade in a minute, have we? So I wish I could hide this. Some exchanges allow you to hide it, but I don't think I can with this one. I think we'll be fine. But yeah, so basically, this will be a fun one. It's only $200, so we're not really risking a bunch of money here. We're already up 3%. Again, we're up like pennies here. But if Bitcoin does have something of a move here, which again, this is what I'm like, I shouldn't have shorted right here. I should have tried to wait to see if it came back up a little bit. No, it's actually fine here. We'll wait. You know, we're only hoping for a scalp. We're not really hoping for anything large, but we'll keep a track of it here. And you can see right here, Bitcoin's just at this level of support on the 5-minute chart. Trying to flush. We got to break a structure right there. No, it didn't hold just yet. Oh, yeah, we still got 4.5 minutes over here before it does. But yeah, so we'll keep track of it here. Down 1% so far. Should just be fun to kind of see what happens here. And we paid a 10-cent fee for that trade. I love, this is why I love realized profit on here. Light. Oh, I don't like light. I like detailed right here. The ones that have the detailed button are my favorite exchanges right now. And maybe we'll see what happens next, but yeah. There we go. Something more, maybe an hour to 2 hour trade perhaps. And hey, Nick, good morning. Good morning from Greece. Oh my God, 7 o'clock in the morning over there. And hey, Nick, I'm happy to see people watching me out in Greece. Hey, Bitcoin's universal. It's not just the good old US of A. You sipping some Pepsi and vaping? Hope all is well. Oh, it's nice. I should be at the lounge right now, but basically, like I told you, my grandparents, they were trying to get back here, and they didn't want to drive the U-Haul back because I messed up my grandfather's bag. So they were going to get a rental car, but they could not find any rental cars where they were at. So they basically just took the train. My sister dropped them off. And so I picked them up and brought them back to their house. They're a little bit further away from the train station, I'll just say that. So it was a little bit of a drive. So I've pretty much just been driving and doing some of that stuff lately. Overall, it was a good day. But yeah, I think after this stream, I'll probably head over to the lounge for a couple hours. Yeah, 1 or 2 hours. I'll see what I can do. Maybe I won't. I'm not even sure. But I could use some Pepsi right now. If you're still in that trade with 10x leverage, you are looking pretty good. And hey, these 3 people, no, I sold that trade. So this trade right now is on weeks, but I had one open on, the one I did the trade with you guys was on JumpX. So this is basically when I bought and sold the trade. So I did 2, there's Near and then there was Bitcoin. Bitcoin I bought at 1452 I basically bought it last night. No. Yeah. Last night, while watching the Dolphins game, the Dolphins game was so boring at the cigar lounge. I was like, I might as well trade. This is what I was like. Oh, this, I'm looking for a long here. Might as well just take the long and look at it. And the majority of the time, actually, after I bought it, nothing happened. That was the sad thing. It just kept on going up a little bit, down a little bit. So let me add a vertical line here. So when I bought my Bitcoin trade here, because I saw more people talking about it this morning, actually. So I bought it at 9/12/14. There. So 1452. So basically at the end of this candle, kind of on this dip here. Right? So that's when I bought it. And then I sold it at, what did I just say? 9/16. So I sold it right over here. In that candle. Right? So that's basically the trade that I did. It went a lot higher. Let's just say that. But that doesn't mean I still didn't walk away with a nice profit, right? I came back with 85.86% profit. Near was a little bit more interesting though, because I expected Near to have much more of a pop. And let me tell you guys, it did not have that pop that I was looking at. It did not have that pop. And I think that's because it's already had a very good week. You can see the daily chart here for Near. It was already doing pretty well here. I was hoping for something like that, to be honest, and I did not get it. But that's okay. That's okay. So I pretty much bought around the same time here, except for this one. It was a little bit more volatile because I put more money into it, and the leverage was a little bit less, but I just had more capital invested. So let's go back over here. Again, this one is at 9/12/1453. That's 13, 9, 12 was 12. There you go. 1453. So basically, I bought there. It went up a little bit, but you see how it kind of went down a while, quite a bit. And then over here in the morning when I sold around, what, 9:15, basically. There we go. Sold right up here. The profit really wasn't as good, so I was really happy just to get out of there. That could have been like I could have almost just like barely been making some money right now with Near. While Bitcoin had the pop, this did not have the pop I was expecting. So I think I actually got quite lucky. So that means at a certain point here, I had $1,500 with a 20x leverage. So that means at a certain point last night when I was sleeping, basically in the morning, Near was at about 2.5%. So with 20x leverage, that's about 50% down. So I was down about $800 before it ended up skyrocketing back up until the profit, which was a profit of $519. So it really wasn't a good trade by my standards, to be honest. But You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I like to have a little bit of profit in the bank. Bitcoin's finally going down a little bit here. We're up around 9% or 8. You know what? I fucked up this trade. I fucked up this trade. I did something wrong here. Because it shouldn't just be the position is only $180. Wait a second. Yeah, no, oh, it is. I'm just not used to doing these small positions. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Position 180. Okay. Margin 90. Did I accidentally hit 180 or did I did 200? Maybe because I was thinking of the leverage being 200. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I probably only did a $180 trade. We'll survive. We'll survive. Oh yeah, Bitcoin's come back up a little bit here. Still waiting though. I'm gonna wait for a little bit more of a flush and then I'm gonna sell basically from here. Don't worry about that low. It's in between where we are now and that low right there is where I would hope to do this trade. Just because Bitcoin had a great day. A lot of times after breaking out above these moving averages, right? We cool off a little bit. This one we took a few days, but typically, when's the last time? Yeah, there we go. We didn't cool off that time. I'm hoping we don't have a move like that just because we have this level of resistance. I think I'm going to see a lot of people take their profits here. There we go. But that's why it's a small trade. There we are. All right, let's go. Oh, that's the right one. There we go. Okay. Yeah, but the rest of the market, I don't think it was necessarily good for a lot of altcoins. So I would say just fine. Bitcoin had the good day here. Bitcoin had the good day. Look at Ethereum here on the 4-hour chart. Let me move this back over. Ethereum ran straight into a level of resistance. It's now getting rejected actually from the middle spot of the order block, which is kind of interesting. Getting rejected off of that right now. Still, I think had a pretty decent day. Ethereum from the time it popped ran up around 5%. That's good. Solana had a good day. Solana's up against that 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. I know it's going to be hard for it to pop, but if Solana can pop above that, oh, we're going back up to like 145. Solana would be a beautiful play there. Dogecoin made a little bit of a move here. Again, not really dealing with resistance levels. It didn't have a big pop here. Whiff, it's fine, you know. Let's go over here to the daily charts. You know, you've seen momentum try to come back up here, and that's basically what I've been looking at. How did AI tokens actually do today? Ocean Protocol, okay. What moving average is that? Am I the wrong one? No, I'm not the right one. Okay, that's fine. Turbo's up 13% right now. Turbo's actually popping up. Nothing else is really having a crazy time right now. It's on my personal list. Turbo's making moves right now. What's going on with Turbo right now? Turbo's trying to break out again too. Yeah, Turbo is the big mover of the day here. Maybe somebody thinks there's an altcoin season coming along or something. The overall stock market had a pretty good day here. Nice, it was up. That's what we wanted to see. Boeing is on strike. That's a big deal out where I live because like almost everybody out here works for Boeing, but that's about it as far as big news for today. I tried to go into CoinDesk. Nothing really here. Bitcoin left out of stocks, bonds, and gold party on global monetary easing. I mean, I would say Bitcoin party today, right? But this was put out. No, this was put out at 10:29 in the morning. This person just made this article last night and really wanted to make it go on the front page, I guess. But yeah, Bitcoin did have a nice day here. As far as like how most tokens are doing, this is something that's kind of popping up out of nowhere right now. Nervous Network, up 60% last 24 hours, up around 72% last 30 days. It's making a move. I don't know how accurate the 24 hours is, but it's moving. Tao's up quite a bit. Matic is up quite a bit. Popcat is up. Popcat, like we talked about, very, very volatile, very, very good for these times, but also just very volatile, so be careful. Pepe up 7%. We're seeing some nice moves. As far as the Tron tokens are concerned, ranking, we've been talking about this for a while. That FOFAR I showed with you guys a few days ago, it's still doing okay. It's up 6%. If I go over here to the 4-hour chart, it really hasn't done much over the last few days. It's just, you know, since we talked about it, it hasn't really done a bunch of stuff here. I made the video yesterday. It's pretty much flat from where we talked about it last time. Other than that, Suncat's still doing fine. Crypto Zillion, I can't pronounce this. Vikita, Actually don't know what this token is. It's down 3% so far today. That's not really good compared to how Bitcoin did, but you can see how it had this big rally, and it looks like this token wants to dump. So I'm actually more cautious about this one. So cautiously optimistic about these Tron tokens, still finding ways to buy them. But I think still, you know, because these market caps are relatively still pretty small. Let's see if I can zoom in for you guys. No, there we go. You know, 348 million, 145 million, 22 million. Because they are still so small, I don't think it's going to be really difficult to just say, hey, let me put $100 in Tron Bull, let me put $100 in Sundog, and if it just so happens to break out and go crazy, I will be there to make a bunch of money off it. You saw how this kind of had a spike from a $2 all the way up to $7. I don't exactly know what happened there, so I'm just going to treat it as if it didn't happen. But you can see Sundog right here. This thing is looking pretty juicy. So what I wanted to do with you guys here is basically, I think Sundog is on weeks here. I got so many tokens. It's going to be, no, not weeks. Sundog. Yeah, there you go. I think what I want to do is open up a trade here. You can see how it already popped once, right? This is the 50-minute chart, daily chart. It's already been doing a bunch of fun stuff. I think what I want to do is kind of hold this for like a week and just kind of see what it gives us. The maximum leverage on this is 20x. I think that's smart because it is at a market cap of only 348 million. You know, that's fine. So what we're going to do here on weeks, leverage 20, what, 35 cents. We can go down here. Let's do something small. Let's do something like $100, right? A 20x leverage. Let's say this crashes first of all back down to that next level of support with 20x leverage. 20 times 20. Oh my God, what is 20 times 20, everybody? 20x20. That's a 400% decrease. So yeah, I can live with that, I think. So let's go 100. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And we're gonna go long here. Cross combines. Yes, we need to have a cross for this type of thing. We don't need that. USD is gonna be preferred here. We don't need to transfer any more money in here. Funding is 0.05. That's kind of high funding rate, but that's just fine. All right, let's see how this works out. Don't remind me again. Just get out of here. And then so we got this Sundog trade right now going for us. So we're gonna hold on to this, I think, for a week and just kind of keep track of it. I really just want to see if we can get this to go to thousands of percent if Sundog somehow makes a larger rally. I don't know if Sundog. I don't know if Tron Bull is on here. It just says Bull, but we can try that one as well. No Bull. Actually, I bet there's some, since Bitcoin pops, I bet there's some tokens making really big moves. Why the fuck is this happening? There we go. Okay, good. Oh, geez, CKB. Yeah, I mean, this thing's moving up quite a bit. Mother, Fitty Fit, Turbo's up 22%. What's the CKB thing going on here? Oh, wow. Here's a 12-hour chart. Why does it? I probably need to zoom out a little bit. So this thing was crashing for a while. Now it's pumping back up a little bit. Kind of peaking if you ask me, but this would be so fun to short. You'd have to wait a little bit though, but yeah, that'd be fun. Because until then, you could really just see some type of breakout happening there, you know? But this is going to be interesting. CKB, it's been consolidating for a minute here. So after it popped up, how big was this crash here? 8%. Oh, that's not terrible. That's not terrible. Since all the move really happened in a few big steps. That means somebody really just loaded up. Okay, what is CKB though? CKB. Oh, that's what we're talking about here. Nervous network. All right. That's at a 633 million market cap. So that jumped up from like 300 million basically. No, 400 million, 500. Yeah, it jumped up quite a bit. I wonder what the news was on this one. What is this token that's booming up? Common knowledge base. Contract kernel of Bitcoin. Oh, I can draw. Freaking me out a little bit, but I can draw. And I'll draw a B for Bitcoin. That doesn't look like a B at all. Alright, but yeah, so we'll keep track of all this stuff. Muncat, is Muncat on here? I mean, we're really looking at some really risky tokens, so don't just like hop in here because I'm hopping in here. I just kind of want to have some fun with this type of stuff here. Muncat, so there's no Muncat in here. I'm looking at M-U, Mubi. Oh, we can try one more here. CZC. Oh, okay. So we got those two. We'll see how they work. So far, both of our trades are down a little bit here. We're going to give them a few hours. Well, one's taking a few days, one's taking a few hours. There we go. And watching Turbo here as well. Okay, let's go back over to Bitcoin very fast. Bitcoin just kind of consolidating here. And there we go. We got the momentum back on our charts. And I can go back over here. And there we go. All right, perfect. And hey, Villa, happy to see my man. Hey, Alberto, happy to see you as well. What's up, buddy? Hope all is well. Things are good. Had a really busy day, but overall, really good day. You know, made some money trading. What's it? You know, that's the way to go. I forgot my water upstairs, but that's okay. Do you think we could reach 65K? Right now, I'd say 61 is kind of my level, but I mean, what is it? Friday. We got 1 day, 2 days left basically before we hit the end of the week. Let me do a line here. Sunday, there we go. I mean, yeah, we basically have today and tomorrow as far as candles. I don't think that's going to be likely, but I do think there's an opportunity for us to try to get back up here towards 61,000. I think next week is the opportunity to potentially hit up above, you know, 64 or 65 type of levels here. And what that would entail, though, is that momentum continuing on here. Let me make this full screen. So I'm just gonna keep on going back and forth because I like to show you guys these larger charts. I'm gonna make this as really small. This is at negative. That's at 33% zoom, but you guys can still see it, right? So you can see how right now momentum is shifted and everything is kind of good. Historically, when we have these types of moments, where's my? Oh, it shrunk my bar so much as well. There you go. You know. There you go. When we bounce like here and here and here, I normally don't do these too much. I just don't like to do those types of trades. A little bit too risky for me unless I'm doing some scalps, right? In this circumstance, we know what kind of happens here when we have those MACD turnovers. Oh, that should be fine. We have the example from here. Next day we flew over here. Took a few days, but we went up. And over here, we went up. Now, in all these scenarios, well, let me double check before I speak. In a lot of these scenarios, we had breakouts above that. Over here, this one, I don't know if you don't want to call it a breakout. I'd probably call it more of this type of breakout. Right afterwards, we had a breakout. We tested support and we kept on riding up. Now we have another level of resistance here. So in theory, I wouldn't be surprised if we're able to break out here and start moving up. Where I think maybe I'm a little bit more concerned isn't the fact that we might break out and go back up here towards 64, 65,000. What makes me maybe a little bit more afraid of these types of moves is this time around, it's a little bit different. We've pretty much been doing a good job of having these lower highs, right? Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Well, if you want to see Bitcoin go bullish again, which I think we all do, we got to break above this. I'm not good at drawing. We need to break above that level right there. That happens to be right around 64,921. If I'm a bear, I'm doing everything in my power to stop this from happening and having a breakout. I'm going to do everything in my power to, once we get close, to hammer Bitcoin down and really get the bulls scared again. They did it back over here. It worked very, very well. They did it back over here right as we were getting too close to that level of resistance. They knocked us down quite well. Back over here, they did it pretty well. Didn't work out too good because they had to do it again. But again, it's going to be very hard to change this trend. And the reason I say that again is you guys know how I have ADHD, and I typically will put all this stuff in my head. All this stuff is going in my head at the same time. So what did we talk about at the very beginning of this stream? Well, the weekly charts, right? And what's happening? We're still at that level of resistance. We're going to try to break out and go back above the 20. That would give us a big surge back up here towards that level of resistance. If we did have such a move, that might be enough to get the RSI and the stochastic back to being bullish. I don't know if it's enough necessarily to get the MACD on there. You see that big move we have right now? MACD really didn't do much. You see that big move over here? MACD didn't do a whole lot. See those two big weeks? MACD did a little bit, not enough. To me, what that kind of opens up if we do break out above this is more of a larger move that's designed to come in October and not really September. I think if we have this good FOMC meeting, people really enjoy the news, Bitcoin starts to skyrocket, that could potentially get us back to 70,000, right? If not, you know, Bitcoin still has a lot of bearishness in it. We'll see how that works out. Maybe we just end up bouncing off of this 50-week moving average here, right? But any potential skyrocketing move would most likely come weeks after this attempt at breaking over 65,000. But, you know, looking like, let's say there's a move over here where we break out, we test out, then we eventually break out, all the momentum is swinging in our favor, we go long here and we start selling close up here to $100,000. This would have been the defining moment of that whole trend here, right? So there's going to be a lot of pressure to stop us from breaking out above that $65,000 level. And in fact, it's actually slightly lower than $65,000. So I'm watching it closely. The reason that I've still been much more of a scalper's mindset with you guys, or not a scalper's, but day trading mindset, is I'm like, oh man, this is going to be a battle. Because we haven't really been winning any of these battles. We just haven't been winning them. Maybe this time is different. Maybe we have, you know, the Fed rate cuts coming along. Maybe that's what really is going to define the rest of this year, what's going to define all of quarter four. But I'm just a little bit scared and worried about it. And I'll say scared because, again, I don't want to see Bitcoin knocked back down like it was over here, or back like it was over here. We get a little bit of hope. We have a really violent move, and then all of a sudden we consolidate for a little bit of time. And then we start to drop back down, and then we have a big move down. Everybody's scared. Big move back up, right? Big move back up. We're still up, and then we get knocked back down, potentially. But usually after these nice moves, I like to short a little bit. Hey, maybe our trade's working out now. There we go. So Sundog's up already 20%. Yeah, there you go. I like how we have a short and a long, and they're both profitable at this point. Bitcoin's not really profitable if you ask me, but the Sundog one is kind of fun. But yeah, so that's kind of the thing going on with me right now. We just have not been good at doing those larger breakouts, and those larger breakouts, they really matter. So get ready for another battle with a huge backdrop of the FOMC meeting, the rate cuts coming along. I'm sure you're going to see every influencer and their mother covering that event. It is going to be a very good one. You know, I see a spider, but I'll probably end up streaming it myself. I just have to make a new key, and I'll just have the stream open for a couple days saying, hey, this is about to happen. And then what I'll do is I'll hop online early, and then we'll talk for maybe a couple hours before the meeting and maybe about 10 to 15 minutes after the meeting, and then we'll know what's kind of going on, right? So that's probably the way I'm going to do it. But it's just going to be very, very important. And the question is not, are they cutting or are they not cutting? It's how much are they cutting by? So 25, 50, those types of moves are what we're looking at. You can see Archer playing in the background. Okay, there we go. Pretty all right. Friday the 13th so far. This is a very good Friday the 13th here. And hey, Michael, happy to see my man. Do you think we could reach 60? Oh, sorry, I already answered that question. That was a long answer, but yeah, I hope it answered the question you had, Michael. I'd say there's like a good 40% chance right now that we hit about $64,500. That's kind of how I'd frame it. That 65 is just a little bit too much right now. What I'm doing is still going to be doing a lot more day trading. The day trades look juicy for me right now. Actually, so I did the trade before CryptoFace opened up his trade, and just like him, my trades went negative for a while. But let me open this back up. I do think there is some potential for us to move a little bit higher. It's just more of high risk trading going on if you try to hold, like if you try to buy Bitcoin at the $60,000 range and you're trying to hold to 64, that's just very, very high risk. And it's something that you got to be a little bit more careful about, right? But if you wait for Bitcoin to consolidate and you're seeing it consolidate, go sideways here, and you see it kind of just staying in there, then I might take a long on a breakout happening there if I'm at my computer and with all the monitors and stuff. And that's the type of easy move. I had to just wait there a while. Remember, as far as Bitcoin's concerned, I bought my Bitcoin like right around here. Yeah, somewhere around here. And I just had to wait a little bit, and boom. And then, of course, all we were waiting for was basically just simple continuation, but also just breaking out above this level of resistance right here. I thought we could. Still high risk. No, I said medium risk for me. This was medium risk for me because I didn't do a huge leverage on Bitcoin. I think I did 20x leverage. How we doing here? I don't do 200x leverage trades, so I really just want to see this go to like 1,000%. Then I'm just going to sell it. I only invested $180 in here, but still, it'd be fun. And then Sundog is up 15%. That's not bad. Oh, that Bitcoin going down. Let's go. Let's see. Is Bitcoin moving as fast on this particular chart? Oh yeah, it is. I think we bought right here, just to watch it go up and down. I need to be smart and do these higher lows, like the trend is working out, the trend's going down for a scalp, but you just decide to just open the position because you kind of have that confidence that it's going to go down no matter what. But then you see it pop up and you're like, damn, I could have got a better price. And so instead of Bitcoin being down 0.05%, it could be down like 0.13%. And I know it doesn't matter, but for scalping it does matter. Yeah, for scalping it does matter a little bit here. But again, this isn't a big move we're looking for. Right now it'd be a scalp. If you were to do something more of a swing trade on this, really you'd probably expect maybe one more move before it really tries to flush back down here towards about like what, 59,000? Yeah, no, not 59,000. Where's the 50 at right now? $60,000. So that's only like $300 less than where we are right now. That would kind of be the move. We probably wouldn't come all the way down to maybe right above it. It's gonna be like 60,100. I'm just waiting for like $100 drop from Bitcoin basically right now. Because yeah, this is gonna squiggle around for a little bit. And then pop this back up in here. All right, let's see how this works out. And hey, Bullish, happy to see my man. Pretty all right Friday. Oh, sorry, keep on missing that. Time moving okay too? Yes, it is. Okay, Loki's being a little brat right now. I think he wants a treat. He's whining for it. Yeah, he sees it. He's like, I've been a good boy. Yeah, you've been a very good boy. There you go. Good boy. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yep. Alrighty. And hey, Giga Hunter, happy to see my man. Kindu, a generational entry. Secret to Kindu. I never heard of Kindu, but there it is. Should I sell now and wait for another dip? That's really up to you. I pretty much reached my price target and that's how I was going. There's definitely some more upside that you can see with Bitcoin for the next week. But, the way I look at it, it's not a terrible idea if you've already bought some to scale out and lock in some of that profit. and then, you know, just putting a stop loss around what, if we're at the 50-day moving average, you know, like $59,950. And then if it goes down that much, you know, you can just keep the rest of your profit. You can move on. You'll be good. And then if there's another breakout or something, you can just attack that, right? That's probably the easiest way to go. What really set me off for buying Bitcoin wasn't necessarily a breakout or anything crazy. It was I saw momentum shift. And I saw momentum shifting in a way where everybody can see it shifting. And so I wanted to take part in that before we had a move. And there was still a little bit of iffiness going on in there too. One person who trades a little bit similar to me is going to be CryptoFace out there. And let me see. I know. No, I need to go to Twitter, not. And let's go over to. Here, let me do this. There you go. So he was posting them. I think he's going on vacation, so I might not hear from him for a minute. But do you remember what this pattern is? CryptoFace, he made some money. There it is. No. Where is that? September 12th. Mistakes have been made, but I'm going to try to be patient, try. And this is, again, I was losing money too, but not as much as he was. Woohoo, I consider this a win. Realized profit. Right? Unreal. I'm stupid. I FOMO'd. I'm an idiot. I lost my wings. Unrealized profit. Loss 52,000. And then boom, I'm not fucking leaving. All of a sudden it flipped up. Then Baba Ding lost it, made it right back. And then he locked it in. And then he still had some left. And then he ended up selling the rest of it, right? So you can try to keep on holding, but there was even a part where he was like, you know, I'm gonna, you know, take some of these profits here for a little bit. And that's generally how I think about it. I try not to be too greedy in these moments because typically I can be a very greedy person when it comes to trades. Or I used to be, I should say. And so instead of letting myself potentially be burned, I just want to lock in something. And that's what I did today. You know, I sold pretty fast with Bitcoin. I sold back over here. And Bitcoin still kept on going up. But again, I moved from way down here to way up there. Yeah, that's worth it in my book right here. And then let me go back over here to the MA. Let's go back to the chart. So it fits, and I think we're good. There we are. All right. Wasp spray that spider. I have a spray for it, but it's like kind of out of reach. And I think what I'm gonna do is just slap it with a slipper. That's typically what I do with spiders. I have a window open over here, and it's like a spider so small it can go in between the screen holes, if that makes sense. So it's a very small spider. I don't really concern myself with those ones. The ones I don't like, I have like the giant house spiders, like that big, and they crunch when you squish them. So I spray those shits. I light the barbecue grill out back, and I burn them to death because I don't want to even worry about them. Send it as a signal to all the other spiders to stay the fuck away. I am not a spider person at all. Not at all. Not even a wasp person, not a bug person at all. I like worms. You know why? Because I feed them to fish, and I get fish as dinner because of it. And hey, Kilo Loki, and just, yeah, Loki's good. He's chilling out in the corner of the the room right now, just looking at me. He's like, oh, did somebody mention my name? Does that mean I get another treat here? And hey, DK, happy to see my man. Good to see you for a later in the night session. Yeah, I'm hoping to do more late night sessions on Sundays and Mondays. I'm still trying to figure out how I want my schedule to be. Shit, I talked to Loki now. All of a sudden, he wants another treat. But yeah, I'm really thinking about how I want to structure my streams, because what I used to like is doing a lot more of these later night streams, but it turns out there's just not many people up during them. So I'm thinking of, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out still. I'm hoping I can just try to, I'm hoping I can figure it out. I prefer later night streams because I typically am up to like 12 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning. That's typically when I fall asleep, because I can wake up whenever I want to. I don't gotta worry about stuff anymore. I just do what I want to do. But yeah, I think I just need to like hit the go live button more And when I feel like streaming, go streaming. Ignore how many people are watching and just kind of chill and have a good night. I need to bring my cigars back and smoke with you guys. I got my ashtray over here. I even got a free ashtray, cool ashtray at the event I went to over the weekend. Do I have a cigar over here? No, that cigar's old. I don't like the flavor of it. No, my cigars are actually in my car. But yeah. Okay. Oh, yeshaboo, yeshabooba. Yeah, see. He's oh, you can't even see him. Yeah. Oh, you're drooling. You're drooling. Oh, you're drooling on me. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Alrighty, and now we're seeing Bitcoin come back down a little bit. This is the scalp that we were looking for. For me, I don't even want to fuck around with this 50 moving average on the 50-minute chart. I just don't. So I'm going to, let's see, have a close at what? This is a 5-minute chart. Wait a second. This 5-minute chart looks a lot different than this 5-minute chart, 50-minute chart. Or am I just looking at that? Okay, that's fine. Okay. I need to make this into a 50-minute chart. No, there's no wick on here. You know, that support level that I'm looking for, it's just not really there. Is 21% good enough? Yeah, I think, yeah. I should have did more than $188. But this, no, something's wrong here. 20% of 180 is not it. So that means I need to add a 0 when I'm doing more trades on this one. I wonder if it's because I did it to a 200x leverage. Price, yeah, I don't, okay, well, let's close this trade first. 60,204, let's go at 60,200, I guess. 200, let's just close that. And then we'll keep this other one, Sundog one, open for a while here. There it goes, a trade. So yeah, we made our 20% scalping profit. It may go down more, but it was a scalp. That was designed to be a scalp. I ain't fucking around with that type of stuff, especially at 200x leverage. So this means for the Sundog one, position 100, it's okay, it's flat, 6 cents. This means that it needs to be a little bit different. Because most exchanges, when they do this, they have an option. Like this is price USTD, right? So you can go over here to amount, right? There's lots, there's Bitcoin, right? Other exchanges like a JumpX, when they do it, you're gonna see over here. Let me just go over to Bitcoin. Oh, you guys can't see it. Never mind. It has a Bitcoin right here, and it has USTD, and it has USTD margin cost. So I think right now I need to just have it multiplied here for the margin cost one, or I just need to go and learn how to do the Bitcoin math here. Oh, and of course Bitcoin's going down more, but that's fine. It didn't make any money because I didn't do the order. I didn't open the order properly. Yeah, there's no USD margin, so that's what I have to pay attention to here. That is interesting. So that means if I wanted, so are we close to that 50 yet? Let's wait a couple seconds. A little bit more, come down a little bit more. Yeah, because they have like $100 spread or something. We got a little bit of a bullish. Is this a bullish divergence on the stochastic here? Got a few bearish ones actually. Got a bullish one right here. Okay. Coming down a little bit more. Hitting support over here. And let's see, 15-minute chart. Support. How's the? Yeah, let's see if we can do this very fast. Okay, we're just gonna run a simple test, and I just want to go to the 1-minute chart. And what I want to do is for this, since I'm doing, so I'd have to do $1,000 trade. No. Yeah, I'd have to pretty much add another 0 to it. Combine cross, yeah. And then what I would do is amount USD, so that'd be $1,000. long. That push the long button with 200x leverage, and that should work. Or do I need to do something a little bit different here and try to... Or should I go by Bitcoin? Well, just flushed a little bit right there, actually. Or should I try to do partial of a Bitcoin? See, I knew I should have bought right there. Anyway, let's try it all the same. Let's try it all the same. Amount 1,000, limit order, used margin $4.18. No, see, that's not what I'm looking for. I gotta practice this a little bit. Oh well, but yeah. See, I don't know. Maybe I should have bought the flush, but I was gonna buy there and try to scalp it. But I don't know if it's gonna break above. Oh, well, yeah, there you go. I don't know if it's gonna break above that. We'll see. A lot of fun happening right now in the market. Did we hit the? No, we didn't hit the 50 though. Okay, let's go back over here to auto. Open it up, and there we go. And voila, here we go. All right. High roller, that crypto face, pretty new to me. Yeah, he's pretty chill. He's very chill actually. He might be going to Singapore. I don't know exactly. Oh shit, there's 2 spiders. Oh, never mind. No, the spider I saw is just moving. Yeah, it's just chilling. See, I don't like when spiders are coming towards above my head. Freaks me out a little bit here. Loki, you see that spider up there? Yeah, I know, right? Scary shit. Yeah, new guy. So what he does is he is the owner of Market Cipher. So if you want to use his products and stuff like that, he's the guy basically behind all of that. Good product, right? I have it right here. Market Cipher A and B and A over here. It's nice. I like it. Do I like it more than mine? I prefer my momentum style. I haven't really done enough research on how this exactly works, but I got the gist of it, and I think it works very well. It kind of makes it a lot of what I do easier and like more pleasant to the eyes. If that makes sense. You see this chart kind of like once you understand it, it's like pretty clean. There's a whole bunch of different things going on, like money flow in here. You got the crossover, like the bullish ones. You got a lot of stuff going. And you got mine, and you got all this shit. It's a little bit cluttered. It doesn't kind of fit properly. It's kind of nice how that works out, right? How his works out. You had a huge spider the other day. Uh-oh. That one's tiny. I'm happy. Spiders are good for your home? No, dude, I kill spiders. I don't like spiders at all. Yeah, I have like a vendetta against spiders. Am I gonna fade Kendu? Probably not. I don't know much about Kendu, so right now I've been in the Tron tokens. If it's a Tron token, I might actually look at it. Look and describe. Yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, guys. I appreciate it. How do these fees work for shorting? It's basically going to be like a 0.0% fee of whatever you're looking to short, basically. So, like you see right now, Bitcoin's coming back down. They'll tell you the fees up here for the fee funding rate countdown, the mark price, everything like that. You go over here to the right hand side. Let me see if I can just zoom in and like show you everything here. So let's zoom in there. All right. So it'll say your account balance for this particular wallet. It'll fluctuate based on your trades. It'll say futures bonuses. I don't have any bonuses because I haven't been trading enough. Available to touch, frozen money, you know, total unrealized profit, total realized profit. And then price source is getting the prices from Huobi, Binance, and OKX. And then you're going to see your fees right here. Now I'm zoomed in so much, this little help button is going to be in the way, but it says make a 0.02%, take a 0.06, and those are the fees you're paying for right there. Most exchanges are going to have something like that. They might even have just a full-on dedicated page to fees, because different tokens can have different types of fees, basically. So, rewards, futures info, funding rates. And it'll break down all the different types of fees. These are funding rates, funding rate pro, the different types of fees you're going to be paying and all that type of stuff. They have them, you know, risk limit, you know, introductions to everything. Most exchanges are going to have all this type of stuff. Maintenance margin rate. It can be kind of expensive to hold a large position with a large leverage over a long period of time. So that's why people typically don't do it too much. That's why typically people see people like CryptoFace just hold on to the trade for a few days at most. Futures Pro, right? But also they have like 200x leverage, which is pretty darn crazy. Bitcoin USD perpetual return on investment 21%. Oh, it's telling me to share this. I don't think I could share 20% profit. I don't think I could do that, but if I do a larger trade, sure. But we're looking at, let me just add some moving averages here, or no, let me just stick to trading view. I got to see what happens right here with the 50. Typically we bounce off of this, and I'm trying to see if we're going to bounce off of it, come back up, and then come back down, because you would see a scalper trade it like there, literally reverse off of that order block, and then wait for the larger move down until we probably hit somewhere around here, like 59,800 or something. Because remember, we have that what's over here, the 50-day moving average, I think is what it is. Yeah, so definitely some interesting stuff, but we're not there yet. Remember how we just kind of came down for 15, this is 45 minutes, bounced off for half an hour, then came back down. I'm waiting to see if we actually do break down below that. The current level is about 60,163. Let me go over here and put this over to the 15-minute chart. There you go. And then perhaps we could try to do a long off of this one. Again, you're not really going to make much money, unfortunately, because of this, and it's because of the way the fees work. The fees would basically make this not a profitable trade. So let's say we did that, and that's like 0.39%. You know, it's not, it's not going to really do much for you. Even at a 200x leverage, it's just not going to do much. So what we can do is, let's see. Let's do, because I still got to figure this out. Why is this different than what I'm expecting? I don't know why it's so different. Not USTD. One lot equals $60. Okay, so let's go with lots. Let's do 40 lots. That would cost me $13. See, it shouldn't cost $13. 500, that's 170. So if I do 800, $272, let's just do 1,000 lots. Okay, 1,000 lots. What are we looking at here? Can we touch this or not? What happened the last time we come into contact with this? A few wicks down below, then bounce. Come back down a little bit more and bounce. Little steady eddy. What happened after the last spike? A little bit of a move, then we came back down. I'm just looking for a pattern here to help me out in this situation. Came back up, bounced off of it, then down. A fast move up. Bounced off of it. Okay. So it might be worth it to try. Oh, I hate. Okay, there you go. Hate moving around so much on this stuff. Okay, daily chart. Go all the way to where we need to be. Put this back to chart. There we go. And I just want to, it's not so much about the money for this one. I just want to see if I can get this right out this lots. Oh, actually, no, let's go to USD. And it should tell me. So if I do 1,000 USD, it's only technically costing $5. Cost $56. Was that fees? $10,000. I'd do $5,000 at 200x leverage. Don't freeze on me. There you go. I got too many tabs open. long as we don't engulf here. Uh, 21 seconds. Ah, we engulfed. $5 right there. Let's see what happens here. $5,000. Let's just long it here very fast. Amount 5,000. Cross to, okay, use margin $24. This position says $5,000. 0.03% is equal to 0.008 cents. Let's have a stop loss right here. $61.50. $61.50. $61.50. Got it. Over here. No, so that means I'd lost 6% or 1.15. 6% of $5,000 is not 1.15. I'm gonna have to have a meeting with them to like make sure I verify all this stuff. Confirm. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. Alright. Seems to be somebody really trying to push this down though. You can kind of see it happening in real time. That's why I was kind of worried about that engulfing one, but again, why I was like, I just want to test this out. Personally, I need to test this out to verify what's going on, because I did this before, but I think I was trading using Bitcoin and not USDT, and that could be the issue here. Because Bitcoin's a little bit more simple, especially because it was close to 50,000, so your brain kind of does the math a little bit faster. Like, you know, let's say 0.005. 5 Bitcoin, right? That's not too bad. But I'll ask them. Because I got to make a tutorial for them as well here pretty soon. Let's get that. We're bouncing up a little bit here. Let's see if we can make this move. It's going to be a very odd reversal if we can have something small here. There we go. 15, I think it'll be fine here. I really should put the stop loss below the 15, but again, it still has more room to go down. And ACT, hey bro, just woke up from a nap. Prior to nap, I made my short at 60,505. Am I looking safer overall? Right now, you're still looking good. It's still consolidating a little bit, and the daily momentum is still now bullish. So you're really looking at shorter time frame moves. Like we just did a short from here to there, and that worked out pretty well. But again, that was a very small time frame. The 30-minute chart, the 50-minute chart, you can see right here, it is bearish at the moment. You see that? Why is it doing that? Okay, there we go. Oh, let me take off the Lux Algo stuff. Does it look better now? Oh, it still doesn't. I guess just because of the violence of the move. Right? Bearish, bearish, bearish. 30-minute, bearish, bearish, bearish. It's been bearish from back over here. You still see that move. Hourly, just now turning bearish. 2-hour, not bearish yet. 3-hour bullish. 4-hour bullish. 12-hour bullish. Daily bullish. So it's much more of a shorter move happening right now. Or short, you're only going to be trading for a shorter period of time. So right now, you're about to hit your first level of support, which would be that 50 moving average on the 50-minute chart, as well as this little bit of a wick that was back down here on the Binance chart. Kind of a double right there. I don't think this necessarily means that we're going to bounce off and go to the heavens, but it might give us a little bit more room to bounce back up here, and then we'll have another decision to make whether we break out or break down. At this point in time, usually after these moves, we kind of just go choppy for a while. I think that's why so many other traders out there have been kind of nervous over the past few days. The easy technicals haven't been working as much. Like you see all these kind of whiplash events going on. All this whiplash. It's usually not so crazy. You know, remember the last time we broke out and kind of went to a high point? You see how it was just, I got to zoom in to show the volatility. See how it was usually much more stable? You know, we're used to that stability. We're not getting that right now. And I think that's because everybody's getting it's much closer to rate hikes right now. Oh, excuse me, it hasn't been that nice over the past few days. And that's because of economic data and stuff like that. There you go. But that's the pattern I see right now. I can easily imagine us having at least one last hurrah before they try to push us back down. But definitely a scale out moment if you're scalping. If you're looking for something longer term, you know, then you just got to move up your stop loss accordingly to make sure you can lock in those profits in case you take another nap or something like that. Because I'm one to take a nap. The owner of KSEX is the brother of the owner of Mexi, no KYC either. What do you call? I like him. I just can't use him in the US of A. That's the only thing. Did our trade get closed? No. Well, yeah, but see, again, I'm just scalping. The returns aren't crazy. The realized profit right now is the fee was like $3. The unrealized profit $3. So if I close this trade, I'm probably still gonna lose around $3, which again, that's not even a drink. That's not even a gallon of fucking gas anymore. Shit. Yeah, there's no way 13% of 5,000 is $3. There's no fucking way. So I gotta figure that out. So as far as this though, if we're gonna have a little bit of a swing trade here, and there's a little bit of a high right there, a high, let's not play with fire. Let's see if we can get it back up to 60,300. And that'd be a decent target price, 60,300. And then let's go to a target price. There we go. Sell all of it. And I'll only make, so that'd be a 43% profit. And that would only get me around $11. So yeah, something is messed up from the way I'm understanding this. I normally don't use this type of trading. I'm a big fan of, there you go. I'm a big fan of, it's called USTD margin cost. So how much it's all going to cost with margin. Because I need that margin price to be high. Right now my margin price is like $24. I want that to be high. Which means I have to do a trade here basically of about, like $50,000. What would that end up being? Amount 8 Bitcoins worth. Which I can do because I'm levered up to 200x, but yeah. Interesting. Cost. Yeah, $50,000 would only cost $3,000 worth of money. So that's not terrible. So basically I just have to see what this number is right here because I just did a trade of what? $5,000? So that means I pretty much opened up a trade with $28. Yeah, that's so weird. I don't like that at all. But this exchange has everything I want as far as tokens, so I'm going to stay. There we go. Do I have any news on the Japanese yen carry trade? I don't really have too much news on it, but I can check it out very fast. I have it right here on my little cheat sheet. I think it's still rebounding off of what we've seen before. And on top of that, you've actually seen gold rebounding too. So what happened a few weeks ago, I think we only talked about this for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. You see how right here, the weekly chart rebounded right. Where's my vertical line? Right here, right? So we got bullish, bullish, bullish. Everything was bullish, plus a bullish divergence off of the RSI, which was surprising, especially for a weekly chart. So you had a lot of buy signals go back over here. And what happened after that, which I think got more people excited, you had another breakout, right? Breakout, went up, and then at the same time you had a change of character here. Maybe it showed up on the daily chart. There it is, change of character, plus momentum, all everything being good here. And that kind of led to that move. What I saw a lot of people do was actually short the dollar off of this news and then just kind of sell that position from the breakout here to there. They were shorting USD to Japanese yen basically, and it ended up working out very, very well. Only thing was during this time period we did have like big economic reports, which was kind of scary. So there was some risk involved, but it did work out pretty well. Right now there's another breakout. We just more recently finally got some more bullish activity back over here starting September 11th. So just a couple days ago, right here, and we're slowly grinding up after that. So things are working out fairly well. This is still pretty darn bullish. I lost the spider. Got it? Yeah, okay, never mind. The spider's gone above my head and past me, so I'm no longer worried about it. But yeah, so this still has more room to run. Realistically, because we are at this level of resistance here, and we are looking at the USA cutting rates next week, you're most likely going to see it try to go back on a path up here towards 0.0076, basically the next order block. For me, you know, I might be a little bit more cautious and have a little bit of a scale out moment right almost here, almost in the midpoint, a little bit lower, of course, but I might have a little bit of stop loss right there. That's kind of how I'm looking at it, especially with all the news. If you get lucky, there'll be a 50 basis point cut. That's what I'm hoping for, but of course, I doubt that's what we're going to get right now. As far as the news around the Japanese yen, I haven't really heard much about it. Japanese yen forecast, US dollar to Japanese yen plunges to critical support. Again, this is like the reverse here, and this is like the support if you flip it around to like USD to Japanese yen instead of Japanese yen to USD. But that support is already pretty much breaking right now. Right? It's just that at this moment in time, what's going on, right? The market's closed, it's the weekend, everybody's chilling out. You're probably going to see a continuation of this type of momentum going on into next week, especially because the news is very much expecting it. So if you are something more of a Forex trader, or you're just kind of keeping track of what's going on, yeah, it's still pretty darn bullish right now as far as the Japanese yen against the dollar. If you're looking at the US dollar to the Japanese yen, it is going to be very, very bearish instead. And then, of course, oil is still trying to bounce off of the support here and see if it really wants to start breaking down. Oil hasn't been this low since, what, May of 2023. Gas prices aren't that cheap right now, for me at least, but, you know, we're at least in the right spot. What is AAA gas prices, USA? What are gas prices looking at right now? National is 323. Washington State, 415. Damn, we're so fucking expensive. I don't know why. Oh, no, we have a 50-cent gas tax here. But is it cheaper than what it was? So a year ago it was 384, now it's only 323. A month ago it was 344, now it's 323. A week ago it was 329, now it's 323. So gas is coming down here. Yesterday it was 324, now it's 323. So gas prices are coming down, just maybe not in my neck of the woods because I choose to live in a very expensive part of the country. But I will be moving to a very cheap part of the world here fairly soon. But yeah, so you know, we get things moving in the right direction. My poor oil stocks are coming down a little bit more as well, but I'm not too concerned. Here's, you know, my ZOM. It finally broke down. I'm so happy I sold a couple weeks ago. Or no, I sold 20%. I didn't sell everything. And I'm going to hold on to it for a while. I think my stop loss for this one is going to be around $100. I've had a really good time holding these and stuff like that. Really, you know, the dividends already came through a while ago. You know, you saw some people actually dump after that. Support level here broke down. People after the dividends, they just sell because like they kind of see what's happening with the oil prices. And I don't really have to wait for more dividends coming out, right? Or there should be an update here, but I don't know why it's not coming. You know, I can choose to wait a little bit longer if I want to. I think I'd rather just keep the profits that I've had from this because ExxonMobil is something I've held ever since COVID, right? Back when you could drive to the city and there was no traffic. But ExxonMobil is the only really good thing I've been holding as far as oil over the past few weeks. Devon Energy has been coming down quite a bit. I've sold off a large chunk of that. Chevron hasn't been holding up as well. I talked about that. ConocoPhillips not holding up well as well. So yeah, I'm selling off a bunch of stuff. Apple. Within a month, Apple fell down 17%. People didn't even like bat an eye. So many of these stocks are so high risk, so high risk. You know, as soon as I started to see Warren Buffett selling off on this stuff, I was like, if Warren Buffett's not liking Apple, you know, something's up. Although, to be fair, Apple is not a growth story here. Oh, my stop loss hit on Bitcoin. We were breaking down below that 250. Oh no, I sold it. I sold it, didn't I? Yeah, I sold it. Okay, never mind. We're fine. Or did the price go through? No, it didn't go through. I see. I should have done the trade a little bit differently. But that's fine. I lost $2.50. You know what I mean? So we are breaking down below the 15 here. Still looking fine. 1 hour is tipping over right now as well. We'll have a cool off moment eventually. Yeah, but right now, if you guys are looking to go long, you guys are gonna have to wait for this type of breakout to come along and let it consolidate a little bit more. Right now, shorts have the momentum here. Back to the 5. Yeah, we're coming. Yeah, geez, they really pushed us back down. All because of that fucking engulfing right here. And hey, multi-sector, happy to see you, my man. Do I have Polyswarm? I do not have Polyswarm. No, I do not just yet. Oh, see you. Hey, again, multi-sector. I can't tell if I just said it or not. I said it in my head, but I don't know if that means I said it out loud. Does this mean we're back and I should make some bullish calls for other stuff to work on becoming free? For me, not really, just because I've been very cautious about this whole market here. Let me move some of this down. We don't need the RSI. We don't need the stochastic right now. Bitcoin's getting pushed down below that 50 moving average on the 50-minute chart. So for me right now, when I look at Bitcoin, as we've kind of talked about a few times here, the weekly charts are still pretty bearish. It's the daily chart that just turned bullish. And we've had these moments a few times here where we've gone bullish for about a week and a half to 2 weeks. And then Bitcoin kind of just gets rejected every time it tries to make tries to break out of a lower high, basically. I'll keep this here, but I'll go over here to this one. I'll turn off market cipher A. So this is a daily chart. So the last few times the daily momentum has flipped on us from red to green, basically bearish to bullish, we've had some good moves. The last one happened right here, right? And we're going up here and we have a question mark. Are we going to have a good time? We'll see. The last time it happened was over here. That was a good move. And over here, that was a good move, right? But after we have this move for a while, we typically have gotten knocked back down. Same thing here. The bullish move, knocked back down. Okay. That's not the issue so much here as, again, we've had these lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. This current lower high is pretty darn close. It's around $64,000. So we might actually get to $61,000, $62,000, $63,000, and then pretty abruptly, which again has happened more than a few times, we get too close to the sun, too close to that lower high, and then we just get drop kicked. And not a pleasant drop kick. You know, it's painful. You know, you're bruised, you're bleeding, you're thinking about going to the hospital, but all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, I don't got insurance. What do? Do I suffer through the pain? And you go through, they're like, oh yeah, this medical bill is gonna be like $20,000. And you're like, ah, shit, you lost money while doing it as well. You know, it's just a sucky experience. So because we just turned bullish on the MACD here, right? We might have a move back up to $61,000, $62,000, $63,000, but this is going to be a very scary time for anybody investing because we're looking okay, but then we can just, again, we can just get dropped really fast. And people I think they forget, you know, within 2 days here, Bitcoin fell about $5,500, $6,000. It can happen fast. So the way, if you want to buy right now, is you would have to have a stack, like a stop loss that kind of goes up along with the price. And it would have to be a pretty generous stop loss at the beginning because the time to buy, this is why we're talking about it in Telegram, would have most likely been yesterday before we started breaking above some of these moving averages here. So if you go over to the daily chart, I made a video about this. I swear I did. I think it was in short form though, and that's let's see. Shorts. Yeah, here it is. Hold on a second here. Headphones on. Hip hop music. Oh, music isn't stopped. There we go. Let's turn on this. And then this is all the stuff from the debate. Kamala and Trump talking. Here's the video from yesterday.
Guys, Bitcoin is so close to...
Oh, hold on. I hate the way my voice sounds through my iPhone.
Guys, Bitcoin is so close to exploding, but it's still facing so much resistance. It's starting to drive me absolutely nuts. If you guys go on any chart right now when it comes to Bitcoin and you just look at that 20-day moving average, if we can just break above that, we have a really good chance of getting back above $60,000. That would be absolutely amazing.
Okay, that's basically the story there. Then I just, there's Loki, my dog, digging around and stuff. My point being here is that, like, that was a great time to buy because the MACD had just flipped right there. Like, again, the MACD had just flipped right here. You had a few days of that. Some volatility, of course. It was kind of sketchy, honestly, because you buy right here, goes up, you move your stop loss up, you get crushed, and it goes up. Yeah, it was. You had to give yourself a decent stop loss. And again, back over here, right? But we had so much upside because those lower highs weren't too crazy. I think right now you see how this was kind of a lower high, not as as strong as that, but it still was kind of a lower high. If we're able to break out above that 65,000 right here, I think that's kind of where you're like, oh yeah, game on. You are hyped. You are ready. On top of that, lower rate cuts. Altcoin season is back, baby. Let's go to the moon and type stuff. When I look at today, I'm like, okay, we're still doing fine. We haven't broken out yet. We're getting pretty close. So, I'm looking at more opportunities where Bitcoin could even come back down here to below 60,000, maybe below 59,000, or momentum can keep going for us and try to go higher. For me right now, because I was able to buy last night and then sell up here for a nice little, 20-hour hold or something like that, I think the easiest thing for me to do is to not really worry about what happens the next 24 hours right here. Instead, I'm looking more on a shorter time frame and looking for something of a breakout here, or if it does occur tonight, which I think it might happen more tomorrow or the day after, we'll see something of a breakout. So maybe I'll show that. We may see a breakout, so you should be paying attention. But I think what I'm looking for is something of another breakout, some other pattern that can really get me going. The reason we took the short here a few seconds ago, even though I messed it up because I didn't understand what was going on, was because you could see the momentum shifting here on the 15 and more importantly on the hour chart. Now we're seeing the hourly breakdown as well. So day trading though, it's a little bit different, but you're seeing Bitcoin get pushed back down right now. Back over here, Bitcoin heading down. Let's turn on the hip hop music, but let me turn my volume down as well. Let's go to 34. There we go. But yeah, so if you guys saw that short, awesome. I think only, can I see the data for this? Promote this short. I don't want to promote the short. Oh, 491 people saw it. Yeah, 487 people basically. About 500 people saw it. So not many, but enough. Enough saw it. All right, there we go. Oh, it's on lo-fi sleep. I don't want lo-fi sleep. I want hip hop. There we go. All right. Do I ever use Blowfin? I do, but not really as much. Like, maybe I'll transfer some more money in there and I'll use it. Let me go over here very fast. Show you. I think I was using Blowfin a couple weeks ago, but I think what happened to me is when I saw all the tokens on Weeks, I just kind of like went kind of crazy trading a bunch of stuff on there. There you go. Blowfin has a bunch of tokens. Like I'm a bunch of tokens, right? A lot of tokens, just not as many as Weeks. And I kind of went gung ho because some of the Tron tokens that we've been talking about more often, they're on Weeks as well. So. But yeah, I'll fund this account, or this is I'm not logged into this, but yeah, I'll fund the account and then I'll start doing some live trading for you guys on there. I want to do live trading on JumpX, Weeks, and Blowfin here. I'm just trying to figure out the different ways to do the trading. So like maybe on Weeks we'll be doing more scalping and day trading because they have 200x leverage. On JumpX maybe we'll be trading specifically more Bitcoin, Ethereum stuff. And then on Blowfin we can kind of just do maybe some swing trades on altcoins there. That's kind of what I'm feeling there. But yeah, that's kind of like my vibe right now of what I'm thinking about doing. Let's see. You tried to short at 59,200, got wrecked today. That probably felt like a good wrecking, right? And hey, Welding Supply, I think we all hate our voices. People hear as differently than how we hear ourselves. Oh yeah, I know. But see, the beautiful thing is I can go into my audio software and I can actually like edit it ever so slightly, and it makes it a little bit different. And right now, you guys are hearing a slightly different audio version of my voice. Yeah, there's a little bit more bass, a little bit less mid, a little bit more treble. It's just kind of how I have the normal audio with compressor and stuff. But yeah, it's a little bit different. Okay, who's texting me? If they... see. Okay. One of my friends can't go to the cigar lounge because he's a grandfather. Congratulations. Let's see. For stuff. That was a different filter earlier. Yeah. The one on the phone, it's just the one earlier was just an iPhone. So that's kind of like more of how I sound, I guess. But yeah, I was also tired. So when you guys normally see me take videos outside, I'm normally finishing up a walk and I'm like huffing and puffing and shit. Because what I've been doing lately is normally I just kind of walk around the neighborhood and stuff. But like more recently, like there's some hills close to my house. I've been walking up those fucking hills, and when I tell you I'm gasping water. Yeah, it's rough. And then I let Loki kind of run around for a little bit. He's having a good time. You can kind of see him in the video. Like basically just fucking digging a hole. But then I like to take a breath, and then I start streaming or start recording something. But I'm hoping to take him to the park more often now. And I want to just do walks around the park with him, and I just want to record my daily videos. I've been seeing Crypto Russ do it every now and again. Like I think he calls them like his Sunday walks or something. I kind of just want to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday walks or something like that. You know what I mean? Because after I'm done with my walk, typically what I'll do is I'll just grab a protein shake or a smoothie, right? And it usually feels pretty good. Where does the SPY go? SPY should continue going higher over the next few days. The weekly charts are giving us some warnings of what could happen later on, this year. But right now, we're still generally bullish there. Generally. While Bitcoin's been bearish over the past few months, the SPY has been okay. It should continue going up a little bit more. I think you're not going to see the SPY really go into bad trouble until we have formal economic signals and not just earning signals here or just some of the data coming out, like the basically like rate cuts. It's really what happens with jobs and stuff. If jobs start fucking up, oh yeah, it's over. Max Blowfin leverage on Blowfin is 150x, not altcoins though. Yeah, I mean but that's for every exchange though, right? The second part, not altcoins. Like most exchanges will have anywhere from like 50 to 200x leverage. 200x leverage. Why would you ever do it? I don't know. We did it for fun just now, but besides that, I don't know. And so, that's fine because it's Bitcoin or Ethereum, But when it comes to a meme coin or something, no, they don't want to fuck around with that. They're going to give you like a 20x or a 30x, maybe 50x if you're really lucky. And I mean really lucky. I doubt it, But yeah, it's definitely worth using Blowfin, especially if you like larger leverages. Especially for me, from when I did use a lot more, I would say Solana and Ethereum were more of my favorites over Bitcoin. And that's because they just had more volatility, so it kind of matched up with more leverage. But yeah, I'll fund the account back up here, and then I'll do some more stuff. I basically been moving some money across from exchange to exchange. So I could do tutorials and stuff for you. Like right now, it's bad I don't know how much money I have on these. I'm moving it around so much. So weeks right now, 8.16 Bitcoin. Jumpex is 22,000 here. So yeah, I just need to start moving some money over here, just a little bit more, and I should be fine. And then back over here. Oh, we might find a little bit of support off of this zone over here. Are we at the 50 yet? No, we're not at the 50 yet. Slide. There we go. There we go. Nice little breakdown too. Man-made comets. I don't even know what a comet is. Your voice is good. You could do radio? I hope so. I rode my bike today, hills too. See, I'm too fucking fat for a bike. You know how they have those little skinny seat things? I need to have the plump, cushiony ones with a nice memory foam gel and stuff. But what I do is when I want a bike, I have a nice, actually, I bought it a while ago. Well, maybe not crazy nice, but it's generally a nicer sit-down bike where I just pedal and stuff, and I kind of just look at a little screen, imagine myself going through the Alps and shit. Just ride the bike. It's nice, right? And it's better on my knees and stuff like that. My ass doesn't hurt afterwards. It's good. And I was thinking about buying a nice bike. I used to have one, but I'm always kind of afraid of what the fuck Loki's going to do while he's following me in the bike, or he's leading the bike. I'm not entirely sure. I'll figure that out later on. But I do like a good bike ride when I can. I know I'm late here, but can I ask, I assume we will see a big crypto dump the day before the Fed meeting? I mean, you could assume it. So far, we've been having a lot of volatility around that time, even if we are looking at some really good news right now. On top of that, and people haven't been talking about it as much because it hasn't been so much in the news, especially because I'm not going there. We have Singapore coming up as far as Token 2049. Usually after these conferences, Bitcoin tends to dump a little bit here. And that would go along, again, with what we've seen here as far as Bitcoin still remaining bearish. One of the reasons I typically, don't trade, or I close my position, I'm kind of just waiting right now, is typically I don't like to buy in these kind of middle zones right here. I tend to want to trade from the bottom or to the top down, right? Or I want to sell in the middle, and I want to open up my positions at those levels of resistance. We could easily next week pop up and test out this resistance, get rejected by it, and then get slammed back down. And this circumstance over here, I believe, what was it? So we had this wick right here, so that's 1. And then we had this median point right here, which was 2. And you see how we didn't actually close above it, right? We tested it, we came up a teeny bit, but then ultimately got rejected. You see how right now, if we kind of adjust that back to where it was with the actual point at the beginning, you see how we're really close, we could test it, but we might get rejected. I don't want to put myself in that situation because what happens when we cross moving averages? It can be very, 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 very volatile in a short amount of time. And it could be look really Goldilocks. Like, again, it looked very good. Didn't this look so good? Didn't that look so good? And then, then that, right? But then at the same time, didn't that look so bad? We had I think it was the 50-day moving average, 50-week moving average. Didn't it look so bad? And all of a sudden we pop up a little bit more, right? We get the momentum coming up for us. And while we don't, I'm not shorting right here. I'm not even short. I'm starting to short right here, right? I'm just waiting for momentum to tell me what to do at this point. And then boom, we have the move, right? Boom. We have that 20-hour, 24-hour move. For me, I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I'm waiting for a breakout. If that breakout happens, I will be there. But I kind of want to see a confirmation. I kind of want to see something going on. Even when we had a similar type of breakout back over here when momentum wasn't even bullish just yet. Right? Oh, with the magnet off. Right? The breakout was right here with momentum. Now you could buy here, and I ended up buying this stuff because I was like, oh, we're going to go up. But you could buy here, you could buy the breakout, and then you still get your move. I'm fine with those. Right now, I'm like, I see we're here. I've had that initial taste of blood, like, it's good. I get some green here, I get some money. Now I'm just like, wait. If we have a breakout with some momentum, I'll be there to buy it up. It may take a few more days going into the FOMC meeting, and then we might have a move back up here. But you better believe I'm going to have something of a stop loss here. If we break up, probably something around like 60,000, 59.5, something like that. I'll let you guys know when I do it. If you guys haven't already, check the bottom of this description. I got links to a couple of Telegram channels in there. When I can't stream or I can't just put out a 60-second short saying, hey, Bitcoin's about to pop, it's going to go to 60,000. I'll usually kind of put out a chart that I kind of explain what I'm talking about, kind of like my thoughts. And a lot of it's going to be like the pros and cons. And I'll be like the slash rate. I'm like, hey, we're kind of facing some stiffer resistance than I thought we were going to do at this 20-day moving average. However, I'm still taking longs right now because momentum is on our side, and I'm afraid of missing out. I kind of FOMO'd into this. You go over here to CryptoFace. What did he say? I FOMO'd. I'm stupid. I FOMO'd. I'm an idiot. There was this you can see, because again, when we start to break above these moving averages, you get so much freaking volatility. It's amazing. And what's happening right here? We could also get shorted all the way back down here to like $58,000, $58.5 tomorrow. We could do that. So I just think I want to be extra careful right now, because just like before, we're at this level of resistance. Look at it. We're at the level of resistance. It might take a couple days. We might even peak above this for a little bit. And yes, we could still break down. So for me, I'm waiting for a confirmed breakout where we actually close above it. Close above that trend line there. Bullish momentum is still good, and then I think we can play around and flit with 63, 64, maybe 65,000. Probably not 65, because again, we've still been getting rejected here. If we manage to break out above it, that opens doors for me. But again, I'd still be happy to take the trade from here and sell right here. And there's also a 200 daily moving average there. Again, we've broken out above it before. We've gotten rejected by it before, but I'd be happy to trade that to that, let it be done. If we break out again, guess what? I'll find another way to get in and make some money off of that. But right now, I'm just like, this market is not as easy as what it kind of appears at first. And again, I'm not going to say it for much longer, because I do think we're going to be out of this neck of the woods eventually. But 20 to 30 hour trades, that's kind of what's been working for me, and I'm going to keep on saying it here. 20 to 30 hour trades. You get the move you're hoping for. You're kind of fine. You're kind of okay. And I say kind of because, again, I sell a little bit too early, but I'm still good because I still can make a living off of it. That's kind of how I'm like vibing with this right now. But you got to put up with the struggle. You got to put up with that for a little bit, right? You got to put up with it. And I don't even know when he bought. Actually, I have no idea when he bought. He might have had a worse entry price than me. But he held, and if you hold, you saw the big move. You know what? He might have flirted when we were just tapping on it. When we were just trying to break out, got rejected, came back down here, then it pumped. He might have just been dealing with that. But yeah, it was a little more hectic than we wanted it to be. And there is Bitcoin popping back up a little bit here. Ford Comet. There you go. Comet, it's a mixture of frozen ice and stuff, usually in space. Comet. Comet. Okay, I get what you're saying. Man-made comets. Okay. Stare awkwardly from the corner. What do you call, what do you call it? I don't even know where that spider went anymore. It's a small spider. The one thing that sucks about my house, and it's the house is actually nice. It's very nice. I don't leave using my front door anymore. I leave using my garage or the side door of my house, right? So I don't actually leave my front door anymore, using my front door. And so because of that, I've been getting a lot of spiders just making webs, like right if I did walk out my front door, like just right there. So every now and again, like maybe once every 3-4 days, I'll take a special broom I have in my garage. It's like a more of a worn down broom just for the garage. The garage isn't like carpet or hardwood floor and stuff. And then I'll just go up there and I'll kill the spider. I have a big old fat spider. That's what I'm thinking about. There's a big old fat spider guarding my entryway right now. So yeah. And then I think Bitcoin's looking for a little bit of a reversal here, actually. Again, it's going to be short term, but you see that big old candle right there, engulf that shit up. 5 minutes about to turn a little bit more bullish. Again, it wasn't a lot there. You see how we're getting a little bit lighter. Could really start something back up before we have another move down. Usually broken down the side of the road. Oh, man. I have a Ford Fusion. That thing is amazing. I misread corner for comments. Oh, I see what you're saying. Hey, Michael, I'm in long from 54K. Should I long term for the bull market? Should I hold long term? For me, I've been enjoying the 20 to 30 hour holds myself. What I do for those long term investments is I literally just have a separate portfolio for those. So they're there. I don't fuck with them. I don't sell them. I don't do anything. I just add. And then when Bitcoin does go up to 100,000, 120,000, 150,000, whatever that number is, I am there to sell that long-term portfolio. And then what I'll do is I'll take some of that profit and I'll basically just start accumulating more Bitcoin whenever we kind of go through the crypto winter. And during that time, I'll buy up more Bitcoin, and then like maybe 10 to 20% of that Bitcoin I buy using the profits, I'll kind of move over to that permanent long-term account where I don't sell anything through the market cycles, because I don't want to pay taxes, of course, or as many taxes. And then, that'll be my retirement fund type stuff, and those really long-term ones, like 10, 20-year portfolio type things. But it really just depends. Like, before you make a trade, have that time frame you're thinking about holding it for, whether it be a scalp, a day trade, a swing trade, or a long-term investment, and then just stick with it. It's always easier to have a nice stack of Bitcoin or Ethereum or something like that, where it's just there, it's there, it's making you money for the long term, but you don't want to sell it just because the market dumps 10% in a week or 20% in a week. You don't want to have to worry about that type of stuff, right? Fukabucha Fords. I'm just waiting for those Chinese EVs to finally hit the market over here. I know Biden put the 100% tariff on them. I would so love to see those things over here. They would be so much fun. Spiders hate peppermint. I actually got peppermint oil, pure peppermint oil, just for that reason. It's in my cupboard over here. I got it. I spray it through the vents. I put it through the vents. I go through the master air vent thing. Yeah, and you just put that in there. Maybe you get a few spiders that crawl out of them or some of that, but it works out. And then I put it by my windows and everything. Really nice. And then at the same time, I put, what is it? Some other stuff down, like, spider traps and stuff. Let's take a long scalp together. As soon as I say that, of course, we're not looking as good here. 5. We'd have to wait for the 5 MACD to turn back around a little bit. Maybe the 1. Why are they trying to push this down so much? No, I'm too bullish. I'm not thinking straight. Maybe it's because I drank some whiskey earlier. What I'd do to be safe here is I'd wait for some type of consolidation and wait for a small breakout on the 5-minute chart, and then I would trade that breakout with momentum on my side, and I'd look for the last level of resistance. I'd be hoping for something like that because the daily chart's still bullish. That's the type of move I'd be looking for. But it'd be such a small move, though. It'd be like a 0.17% move. But what we can do here is, let's try it very fast. It can't hurt, right? So we'll see that. So now I see that this is a $2,800 trade. So let's go over here to $1,000, 200x leverage, long here, open. Don't mind me again. Now let's see how this works out here. So now with this Bitcoin trade, my realized profit is $119 because that's how much it costs to do the trade. Let's have the stop loss be right here at $60,119. Let's just have it be at $60,000. This is going to be a scalp play. There's no reason to oh wait, no, I need to do it right here to make my life a little bit easier. $60,000. We'll see if I lose it really fast, right? So amount, there we go. So that means I'll lose $235 with a rate of 23. That's more of what I'm looking for here. Okay, I'm not looking to lose the money, but you get the point I'm trying to make. Confirm order, sure. Stop loss right there, and then price target. See, this is going to take a little bit of time though. This is a 15, right? It's 5. Because what do I have to make to get it back up here? Like 60,002, maybe? 60,200. That's a $430 profit. Minus the $119 of loss I've already had, plus an extra $100. So I'd make like $200 off of that. And so let's go with 150 then. 250. I'd be breaking even. That's not worth it. So let's go to 60,200. There we go. There we go. I'm kind of watch to see how that happens. Sundog is basically down a little bit, but again, now I know this is only like a $5 trade. It's nothing even crazy. And then we're basically looking for a higher low to build itself out here, then have that type of breakout there. And boom. That's kind of the play here. Because we've made a little bit of a move. There's no reason for Bitcoin to really flush at this point. If it does, we're pretty much protected. And then we have the opportunity to lose. Oh, I don't know. What was that money we just talked about? My brain is off right now, but you get the point. We have an opportunity to lose a little bit of money, and we'll see. I would still say Bitcoin is pretty bearish here, but I think this is an opportunity for those who'd want to do a very high-risk scalp. That's kind of the move they're looking for. Let's see. And it's always more fun to kind of buy that dip right here, so maybe we get a little bit of an opportunity. Let's see if I can go over here very fast. 60,000. Wait a second. So I need to get rid of that one. Too many lines on this screen. Or there we go. And then let's get the error out. There we go. These engulfing candles are pretty darn strong from the bears here. I guess I'm just happy that we didn't see this close all the way back down below this one right here, but you can kind of see there's this battle playing out. I wish I had a second chart on here. How are the trades coming in? Market trades. A big few minutes coming up. Win with multi. There you go. I keep my mints in pots and make tea. I also enjoy tea with my pot. Life is good. I'm a big fan of mint tea. I'm a really big fan of mint tea. Really big fan of mint tea. I haven't had some in a minute. I'm stuttering so much. Oh yeah, it's like 11 o'clock on a Friday, of course. But anyway, I usually drink a lot of tea, but what happened is I was cleaning up the house with my sister because I was getting ready for her to go, and I found one of my French presses, a really nice one that I bought a while ago. It cost a good amount of money, and so I started making coffee. And making coffee has been the worst thing ever because I keep on drinking it late at night. And so like the other day, I think I went to bed like at 6 o'clock in the morning because I just drank too much coffee. And so I was like, uh-oh. But yeah. Come on. We're not looking good so far. Not looking good so far. Coming down a little bit more. It's really putting some pressure on here. My neighbor hates spiders and big webs hanging in our yard that freak her out. That's what I'm saying. I don't do it. I don't do it. The market makers watch the channel. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised that time. I really wouldn't be surprised. I might not even be a human being. It may just be some algorithm out there. But yeah, I definitely believe it. It only, the funny thing is market makers really only matter in these circumstances when it comes to, in my opinion, like a lot of these scalping plays. Typically when I do my swing trades and stuff, it doesn't matter because the whole market's going to move that way, right? Uh-oh, are you going to run into the power of 3 candles in a row with this downside move? I mean, I might be. Look at this 5-minute chart here. Right? I'm hoping that we can try to hold here, but the way this is kind of moving, it kind of just wants to go bloop, flush me out, and then that'll be the real bottom there. Then we'll start going back up. And this is why sometimes it's not the best to have stop losses. But I also have a $1,000 trade open with 200x leverage. I think I'm entitled just to be a little bit safer here. And you can see right there, that 5, they're still trying to push it down a little bit here. But I don't mind it. It's been a very, very good day for me as far as trading. This won't hurt me, as far as, like boohoo shit, And I'm watching these trades come in. It's not so much. I mean, there's some $600, $400 trades and stuff like that. Basically, a lot of what I just did here, maybe without all the leverage. If I did it, so I did 1,000. Yeah, so this is basically a $20,000 position with the 200x. Let's see. $59,999. Let's see if I can save it a little bit. Maybe we can get a bounce off of 60,000. Oh shit! Yeah, so I might have caused that to happen there. Oh no, Bitcoin did it too on Binance. Never mind. It had to break down below 60,000. Maybe I should have just fucking shorted again. But yeah, so lost a little bit of money, but that's fine. That was kind of funny. Literally as soon as we changed up that stop loss there. Let's see. Well, that means that we're probably going to go back all the way down here to about 59,700 though. You see. Sundog is still fun. I'm going to add to this position later on. If we go up from here, I'm going to laugh my ass off. But still. I have a question. What's the difference between top chat and live chat? I don't have that. Oh, I see it. So it says that top. Zoom. All right, there you go. Top chat, some messages such as potential spam may not be visible. Live chat, all messages are visible. Fan funding, super chat, super stickers, and channel memberships and gifting. Right? Nobody super chatted, so there's not going to be anything there. But live chat, everything. This may be why I don't necessarily see all of your messages, and I don't see spam sometimes. I'm surprised about that. Yeah, that's interesting. Interesting right there. Okay. That's good to know. That's really good to know here. $550. Yeah, Bitcoin's coming down a little bit more right now. Oh, shit, I'm still super zoomed into that page, so I can't read you guys' messages. There you go. But yeah, it doesn't seem like it's anything crazy. I mean, most of the messages when I go to my content, most of it is spam. Like held for review. Like, look at all this spam. Boom, I approve all political comments, whether they're good or negative. Let's see. Potentially inappropriate, blocked words, right? Oh, Telegram, yes, is blocked on my thing. But yeah, I mean, there's usually a bunch of spam on here. Even the ones that get published, there's a bunch of spam here. Right? But yeah, a lot of different stuff going on. A lot of spam. And Bitcoin's still coming back down. So yeah, right now, guys, heading back down to the 50-day moving average. We'll see if we're able to break down below that or not. I'm going to go out to enjoy myself at the cigar lounge. I only got like an hour left. No, I'm going to go to the cigar lounge. It's open until 2 o'clock in the morning. So that should be good. But yeah, so my videos, dude, okay, before I end, I could have a video get 200 views in the first couple hours. And there's going to be a bot comment with like 400 likes under a video that has 200 views. The bots are absolutely insane. And there's nothing I can do about it. But what I try to do is just take them off as I kind of see them every now and again. But what happens is they just say, hey, this guy's taking the bots off. Now we got to do even more. So yeah, it got worse once I hit 100,000 subs. That's what happened. It got a lot worse then. But we'll see. But yeah, I will see you guys a little bit later on tomorrow. I hope to stream, I think, tomorrow and Sunday. Loki would like one more treat here before I start getting ready to head out again. Yes, so good boy. Look at you. Oh, yes, such a good boy. He actually gets a whole nother treat here. But yeah, so I'll see you guys a little bit later. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on a Friday night. I'm sorry I had to do this stream a little bit later than normal, but I think I want to do a little bit more later streams in the future. My thought process is I'll get home from smoking cigars with a few buddies. It might be 11 o'clock. It might be midnight. It might even be 1 o'clock. But I'm still going to find a way to go live because I still have people that watch me across the world, you know, so I think it'll be kind of fun to have, you know, chill out, relax a little bit and stuff like that. So I'll see you guys a little bit later. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it, guys.